Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based here in Austin, Texas. We are utilizing a technology platform to allow student athletes who are going through the recruiting process to tell their story, to share their journey with college coaches, to show these college coaches who are recruiting them or hopefully going to recruit them that they're more than their huddle video, they're more than their transcript, and they're more than their football stats. It is very important for student athletes to get that message out there because at the end of the day, it all comes down to character, culture, and chemistry. And if you don't have that, then most coaches will not recruit you. So how do we show them that you are going to be able to fit in? We allow you to tell your stories to them. And so I want to, before we get into our student athlete tonight, I want to thank our sponsors. First sponsor is Buffalo Wild Wings. They have done a tremendous job partnering with me and others here in the state of Texas to show their support of this platform to allow student athletes to share their story and tell more about who they are on and off the field. So shout out to Brian Soltis, Regional VP at Buffalo Wild Wings. Other sponsor, Go Edit Graphics, really great graphic design company up in Nebraska. They have these pre-designed graphics and images and edits that players, coaches, high school athletic departments, college athletic departments can use for outbound communication, whether it's about a player's stats or their measurables or schedules or outbound, any type of outbound communication about the sports programs within that school. They can use some of their graphics that are already pre-done, fill it in with their color scheme, get the messaging out there and have it look dazzling online. So shout out to my guys, Zach and the rest of the team up at Go Edit Graphics. And then lastly, my buddy Stefan Johnson in the Houston area, a company called Epic. Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. They have a really hot sports apparel company that does uniforms. They do 7-on-7 jerseys. They do caps, gloves, protective masks, sweats, hoodies. They do it all. They do it with a very flashy and creative design style. So keep on the lookout for them on Twitter. You can check them out at I am Epic 24/7. They do a great job out there. So shout out to Stefan Johnson with his company for sponsoring us. With all that said, I'm excited. I got a chance to get to know this young man last couple camps here this year. I've been watching him since last year. He is a grinder. Atzel Chavez Jr. He's a class 24. He's a quarterback and a receiver. He could be called an athlete, but he's developed into a really good quarterback. He's at Laredo United High School here in Texas. He's 5'11", 170 pounds. Strong GPA of 3.3, was on all academic team, National Honor Society. He will be competing at one of the top high school national combines in the country with me down in San Antonio here coming up in January. And coaches, you can see his social media Twitter name there. Atzel, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
And I'm excited to hear your story. I got to know you a little better since you've been to a couple of the FBU camps. You kind of came in raw, and in each camp you just got better. Your footwork got better, then your release got better, then your accuracy got better. So really interested in telling your story. Let's just jump right into it. The first thing that as a former college coach that I want to know about is the academics. I can't recruit you if I can't get you admitted into school. So you've got the strong 3.3 GPA. I see the all academic team. I see National Honor Society. Tell us about the importance that you put on your academics.
Well, academics comes first. Like, my parents are very strict about it. Like, if I'm slacking in one class, they'll put all the distractions away and make sure my classes are straight first.
Okay. What are some of your favorite classes right now in school?
Right now, geography and biology. I like
Okay.
geography, like, because like when we travel places like out of town, I guess
Mhm.
like know the place better and like know like how the land is. I like traveling.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, it's important as a student athlete. There's always somebody in our lives who helped us really excel in our academics. Think back to whether it was in middle school or elementary school, or maybe now in high school, a teacher, a counselor, a coach, or maybe a tutor who's had an impact on you academically. Who would that be?
Part of my geography teacher, Mr. Griffin, he's like he will like help me better understand stuff. He really like understands because he's also a baseball coach and like he's also like a nerd with geography, so he likes
Mhm.
talking about it. So we take a balance, like we talk about sports and geography, so we're good about it.
Okay, I like that you shouted him out. There's always teacher that makes a difference in an athlete's life, because it's got to be about the academics. I know it's early, Atzel, but tell us, do you have an idea what you might want to major in when you finally do get into college in 3 years?
Yes, sir. It's exercise physiology. Like that's the study of like how the body works,
Yeah.
it how like it recovers. So like athletic training, that can be like a fitness coach, like down the road.
Okay, well, I like that. I like that a lot. So, are you using that major to kind of help you, look at a list of schools that have that major or strong in that degree?
Yes, sir. I've been to like a few schools, like Florida. The University of Florida has it. Auburn. I know some school in California has it as well. So
Okay.
I'm always trying to look for like what's good.
Oh, that's smart. That's good. Get a good head start on that. Tell us, Atzel, as a college coach, I always want to understand how my athletes learn so I can better coach them and so the teachers can better, or the professors can better teach them in class. How would you describe your learning style? Are you more visual, verbal, or hands-on or physical in your learning style?
And like in school, like visual. Like I like to see like examples on the board or
Mhm.
like writing stuff down. I like the teacher like also verbally explaining it, like
Mhm.
showing me like pictures as well, like pictures, videos. That helps me a lot.
Okay, good stuff. And then, the NCAA is starting to open back up, normal recruiting with summer camps coming up, the dead period ending, and eventually in the fall. I assume that a lot of college coaches will be able to go on campus and go look at some prospects. For coaches who haven't seen you in the classroom yet, tell us what's your body language like in the classroom? Are you sitting up front? Are you engaging with the teacher? Are you engaging with your classmates? Tell us what they're going to see when they finally do watch you in class in high school.
I like being like in the front, paying attention. But like when it's like if it's like test prepping, like the stars coming up, I'm more like focused in, locked in, doing what get like the job done. But like if it's like a normal weekday, like just chilling, like make like still focusing, like still get like still stay focused in, but I like also have fun with it as well.
Yeah,
Crack a little jokes sometimes.
yeah, that's good. Okay, tell us. The balance, the time management of a student athlete is critical to success. You got to be a good student. You got to take care of your grades, your homework. You got to work out, become a better player in the off season, and then you're playing in season. How do you balance your time management to keep your grades up and still be an effective player on the field?
Well, I do a lot. I like where I first work out in the morning, like around like 6, and and then have school from 9 to 3, and then get another workout in after. But I I balance working out and like throwing. I throw like every single day, Monday to Thursday. Weekends, yes, as well for camps. School, um, that's the first thing. Monday to Friday. Um, I take it very seriously. I try that. I do that before anything else.
Good. Yeah, that should be a top priority. You got your priorities straight, which is why I was very impressed with you at the camp here. Hey, let's switch over to you. Some things about you personally. Tell us about the Chavez family. What do your mom and dad do? Are you an only child? Do you have siblings? Are they also athletes? Give us a little bit of background about your family.
I got a big family. Parents divorced when I was little.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. My dad works in law enforcement, and my mom's an attendance clerk at my high school, United.
Okay. Were they former
Um,
athletes by chance?
my dad, he was a center and
Okay.
tight end.
Nice. What about mom?
Mom, a swimmer.
Nice. Okay. And then siblings, are you in the middle? You the oldest? You the baby? Where do you sit amongst your siblings?
Uh, well, I have an older sister. She's 17, and then I'm like a middle child, and I got a younger one. So I'm like a middle child.
Mm-hmm.
But like I like taking the roles of like an older brother. So like that's back to role model, and like I'm the one that they look up to, my brothers and my sisters.
Mm-hmm. Are any of them athletes? The other sports or no?
My little sister, she's in volleyball right now. She
Okay.
travels across the state. She's doing pretty good. Uh, So, like my older sister, she's like a nerd. She likes reading the books. She gets like a good workout in every so often.
Hmm.
Also my little brother, he's a he's a book junkie. He likes reading. He likes Harry Potter, all that
Okay.
nerdy stuff. But
Nothing
I
wrong with
like
that.
it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Tell me, obviously managing being a good student athlete is tough. But what other interests, when you have some free time, you've done your homework, you've done your workouts, you have a little free time, maybe on the weekends. What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do with your friends and your family outside of the sport?
Well, like I like to play baseball. I like just throwing catching with my cousin. He plays in TCU right now. He's
Okay.
pitching,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandpa he likes being involved. So like just play with him as well. And with my friends, we like to go bike riding,
Nice.
like out
Okay.
in the neighborhood. So I'm always active.
What about outdoors? Are you a fisherman? Or you like to hunt? Or you like to just maybe go be out the lake in the water? Any of those things draw your interest?
I like fishing. I don't
Okay.
get to do it as much, but I like doing it.
Okay. Let's switch over, talk a little bit about your social media presence. I know you've got the strong Twitter timeline. For any coaches that haven't visited your Twitter page yet, tell them what they're going to see. What kind of message are you putting out there about yourself as a student athlete, about your team, about your family and your community? What's your social media presence going to look like for these coaches that haven't seen it yet?
Well, you're gonna see a lot of like shine out my whiteouts or like getting like the off season working. Um, we a lot of like football, just a lot of football stuff. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really like put my life out on social media. Like keep it a little close, and so yeah.
Yeah, good. No, keep it professional, and and I can tell you as a college coach, we like seeing you celebrate your teammates, your linemen, your coaches, being active in the community. Maybe even going to your brother's. He's got a Harry Potter convention or whatever, showing
Mhm.
supporting family. Those are all little things that most athletes at Zell don't think about, but they could make a difference because it shows that you're more than a football player. He actually cares and loves for his family. Because if I see an athlete doesn't even care about his own family and the siblings, how is he going to care about his teammates and me and my coaching staff? So those little things that are kind of non-sports related, they're just as important as your stats, your SAT scores, your grade point average and things like that. So keep that in mind going forward. Let me ask you this, one of my favorite questions. What's your favorite all-time sports movie?
Sports movie. Uh, Remember the Titans. I
Great,
like how
great
the
choice.
story is. Uh, Two races like come together, like they
Yeah,
come in one. It's a
yeah,
good story, and then how the coach keeps it real with them, especially when they had a spring. No, it was a spring camp. They went out to it was Tennessee, right? They went to like a battlefield. It
yeah.
was
Virginia. Yep.
Gettysburg. That I like that one.
Yeah, no, love that scene also. Tell me when it's your time to pick what you guys are having for dinner or going out to eat, what's your favorite food?
Ooh, I like chicken Alfredo pasta.
Okay. Yep.
Uh, I'll probably like choose like Cheddar's or like Longhorn Steakhouse because they have it there. So,
Yeah. Two good
but I
places.
like it when my mom makes it. It's real good.
Nice. And then I don't know if you're into the Marvel movies or Justice League, but if you could choose any superhero, which one would you be and why?
Hmm. Uh, who would I choose?
Any
Probably
movie? Okay.
like the Avengers. I like the Avengers. I've been
Yeah.
like slowly going into like those movies.
Hmm.
I wasn't like a big fan of them, but like now I'm starting to like understand it to like it.
Yeah.
Thor probably because like he's so like he's bold. He has a lot of courage in him. He likes
Yeah.
taking action
No, I like it. No, Thor is a good choice. He's kind of underrated a little bit.
a
But
little bit.
out of all, it's funny you mentioned that because out of all the Marvel's heroes, I would probably choose Thor would be the best football player out of all of them. I don't know why. That's just
Probably
what I always talk about. So
he's so big and built.
yeah, yeah. Hey, you're still just now finishing up your freshman year and just really kind of starting the recruiting process. Tell these coaches who's going to be involved with you, who's going to be helping you make your decision on what school you'll commit to as a junior or senior, whenever that happens. Who's going to be involved and help you make that decision?
Probably mostly a big part of my family and my dad. my mom,
Yeah.
my brother and sister, probably my head coach, Coach Sanchez, Coach V, because he's been there since like middle school.
Yeah.
And definitely well, now he's not here anymore. He went to Trinity College. Coach Stewart,
Mhm.
he, they all play a big role in my life and
Yeah.
helping me with decisions.
I love you saying that. Let's dig into that a little bit. Tell us what it's like in the program there, and tell us about you. You know, the quarterback relationship with his position coach and the offense coordinator and the head coach are very special. Tell us about your relationship with the coaches on and off the field.
With my head coach, Coach Sanchez, he's also my quarterback coach. We we've been talking since like sixth grade. Like he's always been like connected with me. He's also like invited me to like, the high school practices. When I was younger, I was ball boy for them for like 3 years. Uh, Off the field, uh, like it's more relaxed. So like we get to talk about more about life and football, football, like NFL and college football. Um, Offensive coordinator, Coach Weta. We're good. I talk to him, but like he's like more with like the older guys. So like he's like a little bit like I talk to him, but not so much. But
Mm-hmm.
we get along together and it's good.
Okay, good. So you have a good relationship with the coaching staff. That's important as you develop as a high school player. So shout out to your coaches there at the high school. You know, one of my favorite questions at Zell is, you know, eventually, as you heard me say at camp, you're done with the game or the game's done with you, whether it's after college or you have a pro career. What do you want? What do you want your life to look like once you're done with the sport of football?
Well, hopefully it doesn't end that soon, like after college. But if I had to do something, it'd probably be like probably go to like the Austin area and go like find people to like work out with or like go be like at a Power Five school, like be like a graduate assistant, like go help out with with the stuff and everything.
Okay, good. So you have a plan in place. That's good to know because there are some student athletes out there that's like, man, it's a coach for me. It's football or bust, and that is
Mhm.
not a great plan. So I love the game, and it's done great. But football should be an enabler for an education and set you up for the next part of life whenever you're done with the game. You know, play for as long as you can, but make sure that football is going to enable you to be successful afterwards. So I'm glad you got that strong head in your shoulders. You know, kind of a strange question, but I love asking this to student athletes also at Zell. What is your why? Why do you play this sport? Why are you so passionate about it? Why does it motivate you? What is it about football? What's your why? What motivates you to play at a high level in this game?
Probably like my family. I like to prove myself. I could do stuff. I like proving other people wrong as well. It motivates me. People doubt me a lot because of my age.
Mm-hmm.
Like the older guy, like I'm like the quarterback situation. Like there's a senior and a junior in front of me. So like I'm trying to like compete. I like competing. Um, my why is probably my family. My family pushes me a lot. Uh my family plays a big role in my life. I like it.
Good stuff. I like that. It's a great answer. Let's finish up here talking about recruiting a little bit and just your relationship with your teammates, your coaches that you mentioned earlier. How would your teammates describe you as a teammate?
Um, Off the field, on the field, I'm very like focused in, locked in. But like on the break, I like crack a couple jokes on them. Like if they drop the ball, I like remember that one, or like clown on them a little bit. But when it's business, it's business. I'm locked in, like help them with the routes, help them with the play, get the progression down and everything.
Okay, good stuff. Tell another strange question when you hear it, but I like asking it is, do you trust your teammates and coaches, and do they trust you that you'll be on time, that you won't do anything to hurt the team, that you'll play with composure, and you know you'll respond positively to adversity? Do you feel that way that you got trust both ways?
Oh yes. I like to show up like at least 20 to like 15 minutes before practice starts. Like I like get a good warm up in. Uh, I take a receiver with me and like practice a couple like drop my drops, handoffs, bootlegs. Um, and like under pressure, like the coaches, they I think they trust me. I feel like they do. Like they have a good they like today at practice they let me start with the first teamers. So I like how they trusted me and like I did good under pressure. I like being under pressure because it fuels me and
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. I've seen some film of you playing receiver. When did the transition to quarterback happen, or did they just move you to receiver as a freshman because you're a good athlete? Tell us a little bit about that quarterback slash receiver.
So it's called scout. Like we went against like the first teamers. The junior quarterback was a quarterback for the scout team, and I just I didn't want to do anything. I did not want to be like left out, so I just went
Mm-hmm.
wide out. Like hey, it's not bad. So I get a little extra more conditioning in. I got banged up a couple times, but I think it was worth it. Ran good routes. I like being wide out as well. It's
I would
good.
think it would help you as a quarterback running routes and knowing what a good route looks like and knowing the timing and throwing it and where to throw it at has helped you in your development as a quarterback. Am I wrong there?
No, sir. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, do you love to practice? Are you one of those kids? I usually put players in one of two buckets. Players that love to show up and play when the Friday night lights are on. And then there's another bucket of players that are like, I want to prepare Monday through Thursday so I can shine on Friday. Which one are you?
I love practicing. I like getting a group of guys, getting my center with me. Uh, like I like practicing when no one's watching. I like getting like our little timing down, our connection. We work out a lot. Me and like at least like three
Mhm.
receivers in the back and the court and the center. We're good connect. We all have a good connection.
Yeah, that's good stuff. After tell me, how do you handle? I know you're still building into being a starting quarterback, but how do you handle the highs and lows? They always say quarterbacks get too much credit when the team wins and too much blame when the team loses. How do you manage that roller coaster of emotions?
Well, first off, just thanking my O line, thanking my wideouts for doing a fantastic job on that game or that play. So I don't get too much credit. Always give the credit to like my brothers and my my coaches.
Okay, good stuff. I like that response. Tell me, is there a certain quarterback that you pattern your game off of? Who is that and why?
I like Peyton Manning because like he's so like about the little details. Like I've been watching his like Peyton Summer School.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good film on the NFL films, and like like even routes on air, he'd be like game situation, like
Yeah.
he's like picturing, he's calling out the safeties, he's like telling the receiver, like checking down and everything, calling audibles. He's he's been a big part growing up. I've been watching him a lot. I actually got to like meet him at the MPA. Had a good conversation with him. I
Nice.
liked it.
Okay, good stuff. That's a great role model there for you. Tell me, there's not a coach that doesn't want to measure how his players respond with adversity. Whether it's a turnover, you throw a pick and out of nowhere, or you have a successful play. But tell us, how do you deal with adversity, either on the field or maybe personally in your life?
Dealing with adversity like off the field, uh, like sometimes it gets to me, like it makes me frustrated, but it's, it happens very little. So like I just like blow it off, breathe. I pray sometimes, like at least like to relax a little bit, and
Good.
then and go back at it again. And then off the field, I take a breather. I don't like separating from my guys. I like to like say my bad. I'm like that's on me. I'll tell the coach, I should have thrown that route, not this route. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So correction, I like it. That's a big part. That's a great response. Hey, tell me, if you finish up here, you're playing a position that you have to have leadership, whether you are want to be one or not. Quarterback, you have to be a leader. Tell us how you define leadership at Zell, and how do you plan on leading going into your sophomore year?
A leader, uh, he's a person that people depend on, like when like times are tough, or like it's like the fourth quarter, we got like 2 minutes left, or down by a touchdown. Um, the quarterback has to be the person that got the guy that brings the team up, telling them we got this. I like encouraging my guys. Like we have like our little chance, so like we say it, and like it gets us pumped up.
Yeah, good stuff. I like it. finish up here. I know you're still just finishing your freshman year. Your recruiting cycle hasn't really started yet, but tell us what are some of the schools you're interested in? Do you want to stay in state? Do you want to go, are you open to going anywhere in the country? Tell us a bit about your recruiting expectations.
Anywhere that I can get education, I'll be willing to go anywhere for it. But my dream college would be University of Texas and probably Clemson.
Okay. Good, two great schools. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Tell me, as you finish up here, coaches love to understand the level of competition or competitive spirit their players have. Look in the camera and tell these coaches how competitive you are as a quarterback, as a young forming quarterback.
I love competing. It's like every day I practice, I try to compete with myself and like with my fellow quarterbacks. We have like a drill, it's like we call it the fade nets. Like it's a 5-step drop. It's like 30 yards out. Whoever like best out of 5, whoever makes it wins. A lot of competition. I've only lost once out of like 10 of them. So I like competing. I like competing like with my guys. Trash talking. I love trash talking. Okay. It's good.
All
Mess
right.
with their minds.
Quarterbacks don't trash talk, but I like it. If you can back it up, then it's all good. So hopefully you're backing it up there. Hey, finishing up, that's what we talked about earlier about the elevator pitch. You're still very early in the recruiting process, but as coaches get to know you, look in the camera right now and give them your elevator pitch. Tell them why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program to help them continue to be successful.
I feel like y'all should choose me because I'm a very hardworking person. I feel truly blessed to be here where I'm at. People who are going very hardworking and just going through stuff.
Okay, take your time.
Mm-hmm. I like being a hard worker. I'm very hardworking.
And then what are you bringing off the field? I mean, you're a student athlete. What kind of person are you going to be on campus?
I like being friendly. Like, I'm a good person. I'm not rude to people. Always nice. Very respectful as well. And I feel like I'll be a good part of the program.
Okay, that's a great answer. No, that makes a lot of sense. Well, Atzel, I enjoyed learning more about you. I'm sure we'll do this again. You're only a freshman, as we talked about. Looking forward to kind of tracking your recruiting migration going through your sophomore and junior year. We'll do this again. I think you did a great job tonight. That's not easy being interviewed and thinking about what you're going to say, but believe me, you did a really good job. I think coach will get a better insight to who you are to the point that they'll probably add you to their recruiting word board and just track you going forward. Recruiting doesn't really start until you start a varsity down. So I'm looking forward to seeing you help United High School be successful this fall. And if you need anything, to reach out to me through social media, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Tell the family I said hi, and we'll see you soon.
I will. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.